Hey, thanks for taking the time and checking out the show. What I'm going to do today is take a little walk around my market forecaster. So I'm going to quick look at these market indicators, and the very first one that I take a look at is going to be this VIX and VVIX kind of market turbulence. This is going to be your weekly. If anything jumps out to you, let me know, but you can see there's two pretty big changes in the pattern. It's either up or down, and usually it goes smash, crank, boom, just like you see here back in 2020, or it does this general walk down, which seems to be like an escalator of doom, especially for in small caps. RIP GME. If we look at the daily, what we can tell right away is that it's been jagged. It has been a jagged down, it's been a jagged up, and when it goes down, right now it looks like it's just been staying down. But I do think that there's a lot to be said about the fact that these moving averages have come in with it. Usually you get a lot more distance between the actual relative strength price between the VIX and VVIX on the daily. Here, what it seems is it's gotten real tight real quick, and it's been bunchy for a bit. The bunchiness I'm not as worried about. It's the move that comes after the bunchy. I would love if it got above the red, the 23-day, but I don't think it's going to. I don't know if it needs to have a nice move, to be honest, based on the fact that it has gotten so tight between the 10-week or the 10-day and the 23-day and the actual relative strength. You put yourself in a situation where you're generally looking at something that would be like where the prices are tight and then you get a big move. Like the prices get kind of tight and you get a big move. Prices get kind of tight and you get a big move. I mean, even here, prices get kind of tight and you get like a decent move. Prices get kind of tight, you get a decent move. This is way back then, when times were a little bit better. They didn't really peak. The real peak was here. You can see, because that's where 6 is. The real peak was back in like September. Let's take a quick peek at the SPY. So I'm using my own tool. I built this for myself because I just got sick and tired of looking at the same shit that everybody else does, and I think everybody should build their own stuff. So here's the SPY. It looks like it's bearish. Trend is flipping. I mean, sentiment looks like it can only get worse. Let's go to the daily. Let's take a quick look. We'll look at the trade range. Looks like it is at the top of its range. Yeah. The top was 416, now it came down to 414. And the bottom is 382, which is up from the day before. I did notice that. Weekly, you got a 450. But we're not going above 4,500. Just say the bottom is 395, which is kind of, if you're short like I am, that's kind of uncomfortable. But I mean, price can easily break below. I mean, price breaks below. It'll break above sometimes, but that's tougher to do unless it looks like what was probably a top. Go and look at the price volatility. Volatility it appears to be falling, and it appears that correlation is rising. Yep, correlation appears to be rising. So that's not great when vol is falling and correlation is rising. On the weekly, we got the volatility rising and the correlation falling. Also not great. That's not a great setup, because if it's rising and the correlation is falling, that means the price is probably going down. And correlation to the VIX here. Okay, it's gone negative again. That's positive. It has been actually positive recently, which has been really interesting. The VIX, we would expect, would explode when the SPY goes down. So it's not necessarily makes sense for the VIX and the correlation to be related. Let's look at the daily trend. Yeah, it looks like price has gotten above 50% sentiment. Looks like weekly still down 42%. That's not great. It's not been great. What was the highest week? 4621. Wonder what 4621 was. Yeah, price doesn't look great. Let's go to QQQs. Yeah, the Qs are a fun one. They are. They've gotten really fun because they just move so much. I mean, SPYs are nice, but they just have actually things that people want to buy in them now. You know, because they're like a well-diversified index of different sectors that at any point in a cycle have some value to some investor, where the Qs, I'll be honest, at this point, it's mostly just trash. It's a bunch of stuff that's going to be impossible for it to comp with multiples that don't make any sense in a world where liquidity is drying up like a prune in the sun, boy. Okay, all you're going to see is valuations drop, PEs get compressed, and people get fired. And I wish it wasn't so, but the facts are the facts. Let's just enjoy the ride. Take the best shot you can. Make as much money as you can to take care of your family. That's about it. Qs look rough. 306, top is 313, so mid is at 306 right now. That's huge. Action line's 300, can go all the way down to 280. Get after me, boy. At the top of your range, top of the range, again, 330, 313, 82. Yeah, I mean, I don't see anything promising here. There's nothing that makes me say, ooh, I need to buy the Qs and go long. YOLO. Let's look. So we've been rolling up to it. It looks like the prices were lowest here at the beginning of May. They're getting wrecked. Volatility spiked. And now volatility is coming back down. And price has spiked. So, based on what I see, it's gotten short-term bullish. That's a good signal. I wonder if this will go bullish. I don't think it will. I don't think we'll have a week or two of making it go bullish. When volatility compresses and it falls like this, that's when I usually see vol compresses and then it explodes. And then when it explodes, it's go time. It's go time. And I don't mean like, let's fucking go Tom Brady. I mean like, get the fuck out of here. We gotta go. So, I think, yeah, 313. Top is lower. Bottom is a little bit higher, so it's getting a little bit tighter. Fair. Looks like the trend is going to flip in terms of, yep. Oh, I think that's going to flip. It's going to go bearish. Okay, let's take a look. Yeah, top of your range, boy. Not where you want to be. The only thing you have on your side right now is that the weekly exploded below the lower range on the 20th, which was, it looks like was probably, yeah. I don't know what it was. I could look at it. Yeah, I exploded lower than the thing because it went to 280 something. Yeah, 287, so it's below. Let's see, take a quick look. Take a quick look at IWM, because why not? Market indicators tell me a lot right now. They really do. They tell me a lot. Things are tight. So we're just waiting for a moment. We've got a catalyst coming up. So I'm kind of excited about it. Kind of excited because the new catalyst is going to be even better. The new catalyst is going to give us a better opportunity to short from levels that we haven't been at in a while. Can I make that smaller? There we go. That looks like trash. Yeah, so we're still above the mid top. We go down to 168. Very top of the range. That is rough for this one. Very top of the range. Volatility is falling and correlation is rising. Don't like to see that. Do not like to see it. You hate to see it. I'd say that, but it's not true. I'm super excited to short it. So this will go back. So this is Yeah, it looks like we've got, I mean, this day right here, the 27th, when you hit 87, 187, that was like 187 on the motherfucking cop. Because that is how you get something murdered. It is. This is a difference. This is a difference maker. It's gone bullish. See, and the volume has been fading. That's what I love. I love that the volume's been fading because it hasn't increased like this. Because what you want is you want a volume increase and you want a short signal with a flip. Yeah, like a flip in the monthly, because this is like the monthly here. This is the 1 month. What you want is that. That's the golden nugget. That's the golden nugget. Cash in checks. Cash in checks and you get a volume flip with a negative 1 month and to go short. Throw your money on the table, motherfuckers, because we gotta go. Here we go. Yep, that's what I was talking about before. This volume compression or the VIX compression, then a little bit of a break, VIX compression, a little bit of a break, explosion. I don't know what that was, but that was a bad day. That was a bad day. That was a bad day for everybody involved. Didn't matter who you were or what you did, you got in trouble. Great range. Hit the bottom. Went below the bottom. And then the bull was done. And this thing, yeah. It was over. It was over, boy. Everything got told. Stories were told and people got busted. And they even told you close your shorts. Vixens, close your shorts. It's over. That was it. I mean, that was, yeah. Could have held. Should have held. Also gotta have core positions. Whew. Yeah, we got wrecked there. Let's look at the daily crypto because I want to look at Bitcoin quick. Get an idea what's going on with Bitcoin, because Bitcoin's had a hell of a ride. Bitcoin, it got well overextended here. This is the first time that it's been positive in how long relative to its recent moving? Since April. Yeah, that was the first time that it went positive since April. That's crazy. That was destined to die. Bitcoin maxis. How have you forsaken yourself? I truly have respect for your level of fucking insanity. Sometimes you gotta learn how to trade the trend. I'm not saying everything's not a good idea, but there's a time and a place. You know, there's a time and a place, and this is not the time nor the place. There we go.